Ladies and gentlemen, yo, it is. Well, I fucked that up the last time, right?
You did, and you're kind of fucking it up this time too. Get it together.
Right. Welcome to another Rowdy Thursday, ladies and gentlemen. And that can mean one thing and one thing only. It is a brand new episode of A Worthy Addiction.
Oh, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, a show like no other, hosted by me and none other than my Rowdy brother. So let me not waste any time introducing him. Ladies and gentlemen, he is a visionary, extraordinary, a revolutionary, ladies and gentlemen, unworthy, dynamite collector. Woo!
That was all right. I'm glad you're giving yourself a round of applause.
Yeah, right. I have to.
It wasn't as good as last week's, but you're getting, you can't, broken clock's right twice a day, so I can't expect too much out of you. So anyway, the host of the show, where is he? Over on this side. Mm-hmm. He's the only man on the face of the planet who could say he's handled more snakes than Steve Irwin and Jenna Jameson. Toy Addict 17.
Hello, thank you for that beautiful, beautiful intro. I love this. See, you brought your A game today, so I'm excited.
Well, when you fuck it up, I gotta really knock it out.
I almost, but you know what? I don't know what's going on. I have it planned out. Everything I'm gonna say as usual, and then it's like it doesn't go that way. Like I was like, I don't know what the hell's going on. I had to like turn myself on and then get it back on. But anyways, enough about that. If you're watching live or you're watching on the replay, we thank you so much as always for tuning in and watching us.
Let me just interject right quick because I've been wanting to say this each time you say that. I want to say, if you're watching this on the replay, like, what the hell are you doing on a Thursday night that you can't be watching it live?
Right.
I'm talking to you people that are watching the replay. What are you doing on Thursday night that you can't be watching live? What do you got? Wives and kids and husbands, and you got family. Ooh, so big and important and shit. Like,
you got more important things to do than watch.
What about
us? But we do love you, and we are very, very grateful and honored for you guys to tune in every Thursday. So if you haven't hit that little like button, go hit that right now. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't done. If you're new to the show, hit that subscribe button. Check us out every Thursday and hit that notification bell. Share the post, or if not, we love you regardless.
Or the other option is don't. We'll be here next week. Even if you're not, we'll be here. So we will be here. No pressure on us. We're not trying to push things to third base right away. We understand some of you got to take a
we like to take things slow. We don't like to just move in that quick, right? What is it that Hitch called it? It's like, what is it? He called it the you talk about, remember Hitch, Will Smith, where he was like talking about how close do you get to the woman? It's like,
I come 90, you come 10.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, something like that. We don't do that. But we're very, very, very excited tonight. And ladies and gentlemen, I am not going to waste any time. Enough of our bullshit. And because we have a special guest tonight. And I'm pumped, dude, because this is our first female rapper, hip hop star that we have on our show. This is the first time. This is a first for us, and she's made history tonight. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, our next guest for tonight is a songwriter.
Rapper, you fucking just
singer,
juggling that all over the place.
Singer, ladies and gentlemen, she is a native from New York City. I welcome to A Worthy Addiction, ladies and gentlemen, Amanda Marie to the show. Welcome, Amanda. Welcome.
What's up? Great intro. I love it.
I appreciate that. I'm sorry that I'm like all over the fucking place today.
Should be sorry.
I'm like trying to figure. I am very sorry. I'll get it together, I promise. But Amanda, welcome to A Worthy Addiction. Welcome to the show. We're super honored to have you on. We're excited to have you on and get to know you. So how are you doing, Amanda? How are you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing great. I'm like on cloud 9 right now. I'm on a worthy addiction, on a Thursday.
Yeah.
I mean, what?
Right. And you right
Now,
you could have
see, Danny, that's how you get somebody hyped up. Look at you. Are you free next Thursday? I could use another host next Thursday.
I might be. We'll see.
I could be the guest. And we could switch it all around. I would definitely be the guest.
I'll think of some questions. I got you.
Yeah. Listen, we should definitely do that. Like do like a reverse show.
Yeah.
Have like
That'd
the
be so cool.
interview the hosts, and that would be great. But after today, I might be fired. But other than that, again, Amanda, we're excited to have you on. We're super excited. We cannot wait to get to know you, not just as an artist, but as a person. You know what I'm saying? Because that was always been the mission of A Worthy Addiction, to get to know the people we go on and many different hobbies that they do, right? Not just what me and Unworthy are so used to on our everyday basis, but just everything. You know what I'm saying? So we're super excited. So before we get into that, we want to shout out the third host of A Worthy Addiction, because without them, we probably would be canceled. So let's show some love to the chat because they have been here. We have our PR department. He says Danny has a new job as a snake wrangler. Thanks.
Yeah, you do got the mouth for it.
Thank you for the kind words. I appreciate it. We got our homie No Chewin in the house. What's up, dude? Check out No Chewin on the TPC Top 10 every Wednesday at 8:45 p.m. Eastern Time on YouTube. Yes. What the fuck? I know. I fucked up. We got our homie Matt Collectibles Fun. Welcome.
What's up?
We got our homeboy, Mr. Ladies Man, Mr. Green Geek 88. What's going on, dude? Welcome. Another host from another show, the Pick Bar and Lazy Boys, every Wednesday and every Sunday, 8 p.m. both times. So check them out. Awesome. We have super cool, one of our guests for last episode from the Show and Tell podcast, him and Agent Variant. They were all.
Man, I was really hoping you were going to get that podcast.
No.
I was waiting for it.
Yeah, see, waiting for me to fail. Ha! Joke's on you. We have our homie Wade Create. What's going on, dude? What's up? We got Across the Toy Multiverse. What's going on, dude? We got everybody's favorite stalker, Mr. Calvin Sex Monster. What's going on,
up,
buddy?
Calvin?
We have the Chain Brothers in the house. What's going on? And then we have our Theo in the house.
Uncle
Everybody's
Chubsy.
favorite mom and pop store, Chubsy, and Mrs. Wubsy.
And Aunt Wubsy, well. Yeah, she's watching.
Yes,
as well.
much love to.
Our auntie's proud of us.
She's always proud of us. We have our homie Diggs Figs in the house. What's up, Diggs Figs? Thank you. Everybody that's tuning in, thank you guys so much for joining us. We appreciate it. And again, we love the love, and this is awesome. So I'm excited.
We love the love. The love is the thing I love the most. Yeah. Without love, what do you
don't have, right? Just don't give it to me on Valentine's. Don't give it to me February 14th. Give it to me every day. Don't butter me up.
You can give it to me on the 14th, but you better give it to me on the 15th and the 16th as well.
On Side Bitch Day?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yes.
I treated Danny very nicely on Side Bitch Day.
He sure enough did. Everything is 50% off or more. Yes, he did.
Damn, I didn't get shit for Side Bitch Day.
We were actually talking about this last episode. We were like that the 15th is Side Bitch Day. And that's when everybody buys their side chick something from 50% off. I definitely got a beautiful gift. Unworthy. Thank you so much.
I gotta keep my down bitch, keep my down bitch happy.
So just to kind of kick things off before we get into the show and get to know you again, I always like to start the show off with a discussion question. And again, this could go for a couple of minutes or it could be really short, but I always like to kind of just break the ice before we really get into it. Again, the spotlight is on you tonight. We want to showcase you. It's not about us. It's about you. So we're going to kind of kick things off. So for a discussion question, and I did send this to you, so to get you prepared, our discussion question for tonight, because we're talking about music, is what past music artist / group would you like to see make a comeback? So there are a lot of artists who have been around. They were around for a period of time, but then they kind of just got away. Like we didn't see them no more. And like, they kind of like, I don't know if they fell off or
like they were doing regular jobs, like selling insurance or something.
Yeah. Right. Or they were doing podcasts or stuff like that. They're acting, they're doing other stuff, but like what artist or group would you like to see make a comeback? I'll go first. I would love to see Method Man and Redman do a comeback. I think those guys are super freaking talented. They've always been talented. I'd love to see like the little YouTube videos of them and them like I've seen a video of like Method Man rapping and I was like, And the dude is just like, he's such an awesome lyricist. And even Redman, like they both are. Like I would love to see like a new album with those two come together and like just let them go ham. You know what I'm saying? Because I miss the I miss those.
I still listen to Blackout regularly. The one album that they put out, I think it was like in early 2000s. I still listen to that all the time.
Yeah, so I'm definitely that would definitely be a group that I would, well, you know, a duo that I would love to see come back and make a comeback. Even an album, not an album, just maybe one single or something, or a song on a movie. I don't care if it's like just a song for a movie. Like I don't care what the hell it is. Drop a mixtape. I don't give a shit. Like I want whatever it is. I want to hear Method Man and Redman because they are phenomenal. Now, Amanda, who would you like to see? Group or singer or whatever? It doesn't have to be a hip hop star. It could be a singer.
You went super like classic-y, man. I gotta go Sean Kingston. Now, hear me out though. Hear me out though. Man, that man. Come on now, beautiful girl. That's a fucking banger, dude. Imagine if he came out with some shit just like that, but like an updated, more modern version. Like he just disappeared. I think he got into like some crazy like accident or something and just went off the grid. But like he's never been back, and like I miss him, dude. Like that song was so good.
Yes, he was really good.
And his energy,
he comes up every now and then on like I work in a lot of stores for my job, and like that song always is on like the rotation with like the mixtapes or whatever that they play.
Who the hell needs to download Apple Music when you could just walk through Walmart or CVS and just hear all the hits?
Go to Dunkin', you'll hear all the early 2000s stuff, you know?
Dude, Planet Fitness has the best playlist ever. At least my Planet Fitness does. Best playlist ever.
I think
I can't ever hear. They got really good doors at Planet Fitness too, because when I walk by Planet Fitness, I can't hear any of their music.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely love to hear music anytime. Like I know they play the River at the hospital. I work at the hospital, so they always like to play the old school like rock songs, like the old, you know, the stuff my dad grew up in. Like, and I was like, man, I love these songs. So I'm like, anytime I hear a song I haven't heard in a while, I'm like, I gotta hear that song. I gotta download. So I try to like search up the song name just so I could download it. But
same shit.
Unworthy, group or singer that you would like to make a comeback?
You know, I guess I don't stay up enough on like new music. So Milli Vanilli, I haven't heard anything from them in a while. You know, I'd like to hear them do a little comeback. There was something about they sung some lips or something. I don't know what the hell that meant, but they haven't been around since like the early 90s, you know. You know? Yeah. No, do you know who the hell Milli Vanilli is?
I'm gonna look them up after this because I have no idea who that is. And if they need to make a comeback, I need to listen to their music.
They were like some Rastafarian Fabio looking type dudes. They had like real long dreads, real muscular, always walking around with like no shirts and
it sounds like the my type
coveralls.
Yeah.
But then it turned out like they actually didn't sing at all. They were just
not
like
at all
lip
syncing.
They were cover tracks and like they were just lip syncing and like nobody caught on until like they were doing an award show and like the music cut off and they had the earplugs in, so they didn't know that it cut off, but they're still like popping around singing.
That's so awkward. Oh my god.
Now what era like, I mean, I was gonna ask this question anyways, but what era of music did you grow up in, Amanda? Like what era?
I would say more 2000s.
Okay.
But like, say, you're young still, yeah.
I am, yeah. So, but it's crazy though because like I grew up in like the 2000s, so like if I was choosing music to listen to, it was like Nelly and Usher and stuff like that. But like if my mom was playing music, which she always had these crazy big speakers and would blare her music, and like God forbid you call the cops on her. Don't ever do that. Do not ever music complain because she's not turning it down for even a cop. But she would always play like old school rock, like 80s, like 70s. So like I grew up on a little bit of everything.
There you go.
It was dope though. I love music, man.
The chat has a couple. Wade says, "Ooh, crisscross."
Oh yeah, they'll make you jump.
Yeah. Unfortunately, one of them passed away though. Like to do a comeback would be really hard. But definitely, if he was still alive, that would be dope. What else we got? We got Cross said Wu-Tang Forever. Red is okay.
Ain't nobody Wu-Tang like me.
Wade also says the Hanson girls. Bop, da-dee-da-dop, da-dop. Who didn't like the Hanson brothers? I used to jam to that shit. Who we got? As a Supergirl says, "Oh wow, Muddy Waters is everything." Okay. What else we got? We got what else? He says Toy Art Unlimited says I saw Millie Vanilli open at Young MC. Okay. That's awesome.
That was before they got. That's not to go back to Milli Vanilli too much, but like, how did the people they were touring with not know that they weren't actually singing? Like, I don't get it.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I think everybody could have lip synced during. Like, they kind of ruined it for everybody that was. You imagine all those artists that like they weren't really like they were doing the same, but they never got caught. So like they were lip singing, but they got caught. So like, shit, I have to really sing now. Like all the money spent. It's like, shit, I got to spend money on vocal lessons and shit. Our only Midnight Stars is in the house. What's up, Midnight? Wade has a good with Spice Girls, man.
That'd be crazy.
Let me tell you, I was all in with the Spice Girls, man.
Yeah, I mean, that's not too crazy to consider. I mean, like Backstreet Boys did a reunion tour, the NSYNC did a reunion tour.
Yeah.
I think all those older pop groups, like I'm still waiting on 98 Degrees to do a reunion. They haven't.
Oh my God, don't even play with me. I love 98 Degrees, dude. I wish I thought to say that.
Did you grow up with a lot of like? Were you a big boy band fan growing up?
Kind of, but not really. I did really like NSYNC. I had like a couple NSYNC CDs, but I like my 98 Degrees CD, which I still have to this day. I don't even remember the song that I used to play over and over again, but my mom ended up hiding my CD on me for a long time. What? I just got it back a couple years ago.
When they talk about like great boy bands in that era, that it's always NSYNC, 98 Degrees, Backstreet Boys, and shit like that. Nobody ever brings up Jagged Edge. Like Jagged Edge was a great boys. Like I would call them a boys.
I wouldn't think they were.
They were more.
I wouldn't call them a
soul.
boy band.
I mean, they didn't really
more
rap.
of
They were
R&B.
soul, R&B, but still, it was a boy band. They were all boys.
Well, I mean, if you want to go back, we could talk about New Edition. There was New Edition, and then before that, we had the Jackson 5. No, New Edition was
Jackson
R&B.
5. There you go. Jackson 5 R&B group. It's kind of hard for them to do a reunion. Most of them are dead.
He's a Cypress Hill. Okay. Ashley Simpson. Wow. Okay.
Oh, too soon.
Good. Too soon. Boys to Men. Okay. Boys to Men. Matter of fact, New Edition did make a comeback. I loved watching the videos with Bobby Brown. He's so big, he could barely move. So like anytime all the other guys are like dancing and doing the steps and he's like taking that half step, but then he's like, it looks like he's fucking sleeping on stage. It's funny as shit. Like you could tell like life has not been good to that man. So Karis won. Awesome. Yeah, if you guys want to definitely catch an NSYNC reunion, you got to watch Trolls band together. Like I've watched that movie like 50 fucking times already. Like my daughter just plays it over and over. I think I geeked out when like they showed them. I was like, fuck yeah, I was about to riot. I wouldn't watch this movie if they didn't show up. Because even the song for the movie was great. So I don't know if you saw that, Amanda, but it was pretty dope.
I'm probably gonna watch it now, actually.
No, for real.
To check out after this.
If Backstreet Boys and NSYNC reunion tours, if they weren't like sold out instantly, I would probably try to buy tickets and take my wife to one.
Yeah,
because I think it would work out really well for me if I did that.
Well, shit, I'll be right behind you.
I'd be there.
Cash app you my money to buy me a ticket. I'm going to.
For real, I wouldn't miss that for the world. No way.
I'll be the grown ass man in the fucking crowd with the big ass. I will love you, grown ass man. Oh man, but yeah, absolutely. Toyota is an NWA. Yeah, we can see an NWA. I mean,
most of those guys hate each other.
It's hard without Eazy-E though. You know what I'm saying? Eazy-E was a big part of that group, so definitely. But that was a good question. Like definitely awesome question. I'm glad we got a little bit of conversation.
Don't throw your shoulder out, patting yourself on the back for your question or anything. Holy shit.
I did good. I did good there. So so other than that, listen, we're enough about that. We're here for our guests. We definitely want to hear about our guests and get to know you, Amanda. So just to kind of kick things off, Amanda, tell us a little bit about yourself. Introduce yourself to our community and let them know who you are.
Well, as we know, I'm Amanda Marie. I also go by the name Fat Manda, which I wear very proudly.
There you go.
That's
There
like
you
the
go.
name that everybody knows me by. It's so crazy because I tried to get rid of that name for a couple years, but
Oh,
like I
okay.
kept it as my username. So like people started to bring it back on their own, even though like I didn't call myself any like that anymore. It wasn't my name on Facebook or
Mm-hmm.
anything, and like it just stuck. And to this day, like people will announce me on the mic and be like, "We got Batmanda in the building," and some people are like, "Who the fuck is that?" And I'm like, "It's me." But yeah, so I'm
That's
from
awesome.
Syracuse, New York. Born
Mm-hmm.
and raised. So
Okay.
yeah, shout out 315, 315. I actually got a Syracuse jersey on, so I had to
Yeah.
represent. Um, I've been passionate about music my whole life. Like I've always wanted to do
Mm-hmm.
music. I remember
Okay.
like being super super young, and like my grandma had like this little, it was like this big,
Mm-hmm.
and you could like record cassettes and play
Oh, nice.
cassettes.
Okay.
And like she had a bunch of blank ones, so I would literally just like sing on that and play myself back and be like, "Wow, like I don't like the way I sound at all." And then
Mm.
like when I got older, I started to do covers. And I hated
Mm.
those after a while because I was like 14. I didn't know a lot about singing, and like my goal
Mm.
originally was to be strictly a singer, and I
Okay.
didn't have a really good singing voice at that time.
Okay.
So I just kind of quit. And then finally I came back to it a couple years later, and now like here I am just like living a dream.
Okay. Okay. So now, you talked about like growing up with music. Like, is anybody in your family like music based? Like, I know you talked about mom blasting music. Do you have anybody in your family that has a music background, whether it was like rock or maybe like acoustic or like stuff like that? Like, do you have
Anybody
anybody?
play a good ukulele? Anything? Music?
All right.
Unfortunately not. But so my brother actually used to rap a lot. He never did anything
Okay.
professionally, but he would like rap over beats and stuff on YouTube.
Hmm.
So I looked up to him a lot, and like I wanted to be just like him. Like he to me he was Eminem. Like he's
Oh,
10 years
okay.
older than me, so when I was younger, like he was like the shit cuz he could rap fast and everything, and I was like I'm going to be just like that one day. So like other than him though, not really. I
Okay.
remember my mom had like this really close friend, and he lived in this giant apartment building, and a lot of those rooms would be rented out for bands to practice, like local bands.
Okay.
So we would go a lot and just go watch the bands. So like
Nice.
That's awesome.
yeah, it was so dope, dude. Like just seeing
That's
all these
dope.
like local bands perform or not perform, practice. Like it was so cool. I was
Hmm.
so young, you know what I mean? Feeling like I got a
Yeah.
front row seat. To me, these are celebrities. You know what I mean? Like you
Yeah.
can play a
Yeah.
guitar, that's the coolest thing ever. It's like
Yeah.
I was definitely like around a lot of like musically inclined people like growing
That's
up.
awesome.
So it was cool though. I've always loved music, man.
That's awesome. Now, what 80s? What you mentioned 80s because I love the 80s. 80s rock, like all the hair bands. Like I've always been big on the hair bands back in the day. So, like, what 80s rock bands did your mom or even you listen to that you were like up on, like were listening to?
So like I hope they're in the right era when I say this. So like Metallica is like her number one favorite. Like that's like
Good
top
choice.
tier. Like Led Zeppelin, like
Yeah,
all of those like super like classic-y is like what
yeah,
she would always be listening to. Always, man. One of the
that's
first
awesome.
songs I tried to learn was actually a Metallica song on guitar. I don't actually know guitar.
Mm,
You know, I tried a few times, but one of the first songs I tried to learn was a Metallica song, so I was gonna randomly play it for her.
okay.
I never got there, but I tried. It was an effort.
Yeah,
That's
playing
awesome.
guitars is hard. Like I respect
Yeah.
people that can play guitar and make it look so easy. Because like I have like long fingers, and I was always told it's for playing piano. So when I tried to play guitar, like I was tripping over myself. Like I couldn't get the right chords for nothing. Could not
It's
get a
rough,
chord to
man. And
save my life.
I have tiny hands, dude. So like trying to do bar chords and stuff, like my hand barely even fits around the whole fucking thing. So like it's tough.
That's awesome. From what it sounds like to me is that mom has good taste in music. Definitely
Oh,
good
she
taste in
does.
music.
And she likes
So
my music, so of course she's got a
let her know that
Yeah.
she is more than welcome to be a guest on our show anytime.
for sure, for sure. I'll let
Mom,
her
if you're
know.
watching this, we would love to have you on. But Cross the Toy Multiverse says yes, 315 represent. I'm from Albany.
Oh,
Now I
all
live in
right.
Rochester. All right.
Hey,
Shit.
I love
Represent.
to see it. Represent.
Toyota Limit said Twisted Sisters where it's at. Yeah, Twisted Sisters was go. Skid Row. Okay, okay. Yeah, I grew up with the I'm a big Kiss fan. I've always been a big Kiss fan. I'm still a Kiss fan. It's just, even now, like old and like depleted and and walkers and all. Like I could listen to
Decrepit.
Kiss. Yeah, decrepit. The makeup is just like not there. And it's like I could listen and watch them because again, they were And they were in an era where I was watching, like I was introduced to Kiss when they had made a movie and they were like superheroes. And I was like into like superheroes. You know, kids are growing up, you were watching all these superhero movies. So they were superheroes in a movie, but they were a rock band. So I'm like, shit, they could do both. I didn't know that. I thought they only flew and do all this other shit, but they could play music too. It was dope. So like, but I agree, Metallica is a great band. I used to like Quiet Riot was another band that I used to love a lot too. And then Alice Cooper, like Alice Cooper was like the shit, always the shit for
That's
me.
a good one. That's a really good. That's another one of my mom's like absolute top favorites.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, good. And then we got
So as far as hip hop music is concerned, what was like? What is some of the earliest hip hop musicians or groups that you can remember
there you go.
listening to and being a fan of and thinking, oh man, I want to do something like this?
So Eminem was probably like my first like love in that genre.
Okay.
Like my brother used to listen to a lot of Eminem, you know what I mean? So that was, you know, a big one. And I just like I was like obsessed at a point. Like I would do like Eminem covers and like I would try my best to rap as fast as he could, you know what I mean? Tupac is another one. Like, you know what I mean? An absolute classic, you know what I mean? I never listened to Biggie as much as I listened to Tupac, but I fuck with Biggie too, of course. So like definitely the classics, honestly. The basic answers, but like the truthful answers at the same time.
The right answers.
You know, people only say those are the basic answers because it's like the answers everybody has for a reason. Like you don't just say that you're you know, people who don't listen to hip hop music and like stumble upon a Kanye West album, you're gonna be like, "What's your favorite album?" And they're gonna be like, "Oh, I really loved 808s and Heartbreak by Kanye West." It's like, you nope, not listening to a thing you say about hip hop music. Get out of here.
We have hashtag 315 says Mandapool. They also say
Pat Manda
for president. All right. And then also says, you know what I mean. So I kind of want to ask, what does that mean? Pat Manda for president. Do I have to vote? Do I have to like register to vote right now?
Yeah,
like,
is it a unanimous vote?
Yeah, like as of 2024, I'll be like officially running. Youngest president ever.
We'll get you on the ballot, yeah.
That's
write it in,
AZ
everybody.
Brazy, man. That's AZ Brazy in the house. He actually does music too. He makes really good. Okay, so just because he's in the building right now, I gotta say it, right? So if Jada Kiss and Rod Wave had a baby, it would be my boy AZ Brazy.
I know who Jada Kiss is. I don't know who the other person is.
If you ever listen to his music, you'll get exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay.
100%.
That's awesome. So Amanda, what like besides like those, what other inspirations have you had that have inspired your music now? Like even like new time. Do you I'm assuming you listen to a lot of like the current music now. Like what kind of musicians now do you listen to who play a big part in like, you know, the inspiration in your music?
So I'd say my top two, which are basically two number ones for me, is Russ and Juice WRLD. R.I.P. to Juice WRLD, man. I miss him like crazy. I would love to get a fucking collab with him, dude. But yeah, those are definitely my top two. Juice WRLD is just like, you know, his life was music. All he did was rap. All he did was freestyle. You know what I mean? Like he really put his all into that, and like his music has so much emotion behind it. I actually, for a minute, I got in this phase where I was like, I started to listen to more like rock music, and I was like, I don't even like hip hop. I'm all about this right now. Fuck hip hop, fuck rap. And then, because I was like, I was in like this weird era where I was like, they don't ever rap about anything real anymore. It's all about drugs and hoes.
Yeah.
So then finally somebody was like, have you heard Juice WRLD? And I was like, I don't think I have. And then I started listening to Juice WRLD, and I was like, holy shit, they're right. And it opened up like a whole new world for me. And I was like,
that's awesome.
I need to be more open-minded about this shit. Yeah. And then Russ, like that's just a real ass dude. Like Russ is so real, man.
That's awesome. Like we like I'm the same way. Like I've heard of Juice WRLD. I've never heard his music before, but like I know my daughter talks about Juice WRLD a lot. She has I bought her a big poster, and like she listens to music. You know, it took me a while to kind of like get, you know, like to open up to a lot of the music now, because a lot of it just seems, sometimes it seems kind of like the same, but then it's like, you know, you don't want to,
it's like formulaic, like repetitive. A lot of the same people, you know, people talking about the same shit every song, like they all do the same stuff, you know.
No, absolutely. So I've definitely like from like, and I want to say this era, like Kendrick Lamar is like a phenomenal artist. Like I could listen to Kendrick Lamar all the time. J. Cole
Right.
is another artist that I really, really like a lot. But like there's times where like I just go back to the old school. Like I listen to my I mean, it depends on what kind of morning I'm having because there's times where I'm like gangster rap. Like I'm listening to 50 Cent, I'm listening to all this other, but then there's some mornings where I want to listen to Mark Anthony and I want to listen to Bad Bunny and I get my Rican comes out. So, it all depends on the morning. And then Super Cool says it Big Pun is yeah, absolutely. Big Pun was definitely everything. He was
I
definitely
think as far as like the generational stuff goes,
mhm,
they're like current artists and stuff. I think everybody gets to this age where they stop like following
mhm,
new people. Like they get into
yeah.
like for myself, I used to listen to hip hop all the time.
Mhm.
It's all I would ever listen to. And like I was a big fan of Eminem and Jay Z and Lil Wayne, and then around the time Shady 2.0 album come out, like I really got into Yellow Wolf and Slaughterhouse, and then it was like I was always after what they were putting out. So like I kept on buying new music, but really only by them. So when they didn't have anything new come out, I'd be trying to catch up with who's new and who's out now. And it's like,
Mhm.
my God, there's
Yeah.
so many people. I don't know how to keep
Yeah.
the fuck up anymore.
Yeah.
That's like, yeah,
There's
I think that's just comes with getting old. Like your attention span fucking it goes down the drain.
it's funny how we grow up with these we grew up with our generation of music, right? And so like there have been times where I played like my era of rappers and like to my kids and my kids are like, "What is that? Like what are you listening to?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the hell are you mean? Like, what are you saying? It's like, did you listen to XX Tentacion? I was like, who the fuck is XX Tentacion? Who's that? And I was like, and they gotta like school me on who the hell it is. And then like, well, the kid's fucking talented, rest in peace, because fortunately he passed away. But like the kid is talented. Like again, I've been more open to a lot of the music now. I've been a lot more open, but again, there are some that I'm like, it's not like, there's some, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'll blast some Cardi B in my fucking car. Like I'll be
Facts.
I'll have that shit so loud. They'll be like, why is he playing WAP in his car? I'm like,
Feeling
I
like a
don't know.
bad bitch.
I'm feeling like a bad bitch that morning. That was just maybe I feel like a bad bitch that morning. Just want to play
Facts.
that song. now, what now Unworthy, you have any questions for her?
No, you were on a roll. You know, you only stuttered like four times. I am
uh, next question. So next question for me is what is your like okay, you're writing a song, right? Because we're gonna talk a little bit about the songs you've written. So you're writing a song, like what inspiration, like what how does that process like for you? Like when you're writing a song, does it like I know a lot of people take like a lot of real life situations that have gone on and kind of imply, but like do you do that or like do you kind of like how does that go for you?
So there's a ton of different writing processes that I do
Okay.
have, but I feel
Okay.
like the main one is always like something random that's going on. Like say like right now, say if somebody says something that like just sounds like a bar to me, I'll be like, I gotta write that down. And like I'll just immediately get like a melody kind of for it and already know what type of beat I want for that one little line that I just heard or like whatever situation that just
Hmm.
happened. And then whenever like I'm in the mood to write, I'm inspired, I'll go back to that, relive the situation, and just kind of like go from there. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So a lot
Okay.
of the times it stems from just like a random conversation. For example, like I was at this like so the Great New York State Fair. We were at it wasn't the fair itself. We were at some like
Mm,
event at the fair. We're trying
okay.
to find my car. We can't find it. I don't have a panic button. And she had asked me, she's like, "Do you have like a wrap on you so we can roll up?" And I was like, "Girl, I stay strapped with a wrap, no cap." And she was like, "Oh shit." And I was like, "Oh shit." So I
It's like, I
wrote
gotta
that
take
down
this down.
immediately. And I was like, "Hold on, I got to go to my notes immediately. Go to the notes. Go to the notes." And like to this day, like that's a song, it's not released, but like it's a feature that I have with somebody now. And like the
Okay.
song itself, like I go crazy. Like I stay strapped with a rap, no cap. Crazy how these thoughts become raps. Like I just went fucking crazy after that because I was
Mhm.
like, that's how my writing process is, and like it baffles me every time that like it just is that one little thing, and it becomes a whole like project now.
I love that. I love to hear that. It makes me want to like anytime I like think of something, I'm like, I'm gonna write this. I'm gonna make my own rap. I'm motivated here.
I would
feel
love
motivated.
to hear. I would love to hear a rap.
You know what,
by you.
Amanda?
Oh, man.
Amanda, listen. Listen, anybody watch it right now, if you want Danny to drop 16 for you next episode, just let me know. I'll put something together.
I'll be there. I'll be there.
All right. And you're gonna be my judge. You're gonna judge me. Maybe we'll have you and the Chain Brothers kind of. They're another hip hop group to kind of judge me and see how I did it. Maybe give me a good grade. You know what I'm saying? I'll slip you a 20, whatever. We'll work it out.
Oh, it's a bribery. Okay, we got it.
Just kind of shout out 88 Figs is joining us. What's up, 88 Figs? We got the another host of the Show and Tell podcast, Agent Barrier. What's going on, dude? What's going on, fellas? So again, everybody that's just tuning in, we have a special guest. We have Amanda Marie. She's a rapper, hip hop artist from New York, from Syracuse, New York, and we're just getting to know her and getting to know her story. And so next question that I have for you is what's your least favorite? Who's your least favorite? What's your least favorite type of rap music? Like, I know there's so many. Rap evolves. It's like everything, right? It evolves. It changes. Movies change, genres.
Yeah, now
change,
there's like
everything.
40 genres of trap.
Yeah. So what is your least favorite? What is some of the genre that you kind of like, or style of rap that you kind of like? That's not really mine. I really wouldn't listen to that. That's not my thing.
No hesitation, drill music.
Okay.
I despise drill music. I'm not gonna talk down on anybody that does it because like it's cool. Don't get me wrong. Like it's a different type. It's like, you know what I mean? It's I guess a little bit newer. I just like I can't do it. I can't do it.
Yeah. Unworthy. What music? It's not like you're not like a big fan of like what genre? Like what style of rap?
Of any music? Oh,
rap? No, it's just rap music.
You know, I guess I don't know the difference between a lot of them, but like maybe this isn't a genre. Maybe this is more like a trend. But I'm getting tired of when people say it's like they're trying to be like make a pun when they're like, "I'm gonna turn it up, furnace." Like, you know, they say they're gonna do something, and then they equate it to a word, and it's like okay. Like Drake did that in 2005, and that's kind of when it like Drake and Ludacris had like this little thing where it's like who did it first, and it's like guess what, guys, doesn't matter. It's a terrible idea. Everybody should stop doing it.
I hear that, man. I hate anything Island Boys.
Island Boys.
I don't even like. I feel, and this is with all respect to all artists. I cannot stand those kids. I cannot stand those boys. Anytime I'm like flipping through TikTok, I'm like, why? Like I always like hold the screen as like not interested. I can't. You know, I can't do.
Did you see the interview they just did? They were on a hip hop station on the radio, on a radio station, but like they record in the radio stations now too. But the DJ had those guys on, and they were like, "So what's up with you guys kissing each other?" And the one guy goes like, "Oh, fuck you, I'll fuck you up." And then he's like, he took his headphones off. He's like, "I'd actually like to see that."
Oh yeah, he threatened to like break the mic. He said, "I'll break this shit." And the guy was like, "You know what? I like to see that." I'm like, at this moment, he knew he. This is when he knew he fucked up. Yeah, those. I listen. And again, I know these guys are like. I think they just do it for clout. They do it. Oh my God, I'm using that word. I'm using that clout word. They do it, you know, for attention and all this stuff. And again, but that's kind of like, I would say the thing that bothers me. Like when you take something as precious and as beautiful as something like rap and hip hop, right? And you kind of like ridicule it and make it like something stupid, right? Like you see that a lot. There's a lot of people that like, at times, I sound like a hater because there's a lot of songs that I'm like, damn, he made that song, made millions of dollars. Like, who the fuck? I wish I was Soulja Boy. I wish I would have made the Soulja Boy song. Like, you know, I'd be a millionaire right now.
You know, like, that can go a lot of different ways, though, because I used to think of that every time I heard I don't know his name. He's the one that does the song Panda. Designer.
Designer.
First couple times I heard that song, I was like, this is ridiculous. This is the most retarded fucking thing I've ever heard in my life. But then I heard a couple of his other songs and I was like, all right, I like that. And then I went back and listened to Panda, and then I'm driving in my work truck. Panda.
Amanda, another question that I have, because I got a bunch of them for you. Another question that I have for you is like, I know you got a bunch of songs. I know you got a couple of singles on your Spotify. And if anybody's watching, go head over to her page. It's at Batman Marie. Go check her page out. Go check her link tree. She has her Spotify. She has YouTube. She has TikTok. She has a bunch of stuff. Go check out her music videos on YouTube.
And if you
They're
can't
also
find her page in her link tree because Danny's not saying it right, you can go to our link tree too because we posted it in there. It's Batman and Marie 1.
so definitely check her out. Definitely check her out. I'm about to like mute you. Check her out. Check her out and like listen, watch her, listen to her. So like, what would you say is your best song to perform? Because I've seen, I've seen that. Have you done some performances like live performances?
Oh, I do them all the time. I
Okay.
always perform. I'm always performing. Um, that's tough. There's so many songs I love doing live now. But I gotta say, so this is a song that like you've only heard if you've been to a show or if you watch my recap videos of my performances. It's a song called Hey. And
Okay.
I wrote it because I specifically had the idea. So this was like I only started performing in March of 2023.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 2020. Yeah. So it hasn't been that long, but like every performance, I learned something. So at
Okay.
one point, after performing a few times, I'm like, I need like a fun crowd song. Like I need a song where I can get the crowd like hype with me, not just by
Mm-hmm.
rapping into a mic. Like I need
Mm-hmm.
some crowd control shit. So in my head, I was like, hey, 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 like, and getting everybody to do that. So
Yeah.
I wrote this entire song specifically for performance purposes only. And
Okay.
like it works like a gem. Like everybody gets so excited during it. I got people screaming the lyrics because they're super easy, you know what I mean, to remember. And
Yeah.
like the beat is fun. So that's gotta be like my favorite
Mm-hmm.
song to perform just because like the crowd gets so involved with it and it feels like they're actually like, you know what I mean? Like actually having a good time with me as I'm on stage.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Now, which like my next question is what places have you performed? Like did live performances?
So
Like locally or like around? Like have you traveled to perform?
so I have.
Okay.
So I do a lot of local shows.
Okay.
Because I know a lot of people that put on shows locally. Like respect to them because they, they're giving like artists a platform to actually do their thing. Um, so yeah, I've performed at a ton of bars in Syracuse. I've performed at a lot
Mm-hmm.
of like the bigger venues, not super big venues, but like the
Mm-hmm.
Lost Horizon in Syracuse is like a bigger venue that a lot of like big
Mm-hmm.
bands have
Yeah,
performed
yeah,
at.
yeah.
I've been to Rhode Island to perform.
Okay.
I've been outside of Syracuse, but still in New York to perform. But I do plan on traveling a lot more this year. I have a lot lined up that I can't necessarily talk about yet. But yeah, I got a lot lined up for like traveling a lot more and performing out of state a lot more.
Any plans for Connecticut?
Yes, actually, yes. Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
All right.
100%.
Okay.
100%. Yeah. I've been there
Okay.
before actually, before I did music, not to perform, but I actually do have like a promoter out in Connecticut. So at some point I will be going out
Okay.
there.
Nice.
Yeah, I say that very like I say not shamefully. It's just like there's not a lot in Connecticut. So like
Ugh.
anytime somebody comes from like somewhere else, they're like, "Hey, I'm gonna do a show out there." I'm like, "Wow, some entertainment, really?" It's gonna like you gotta like travel far. You gotta like travel far. Like I'm over here in New Haven. This is New Haven, Connecticut area.
I think that's
So
exactly where the promoter is located too.
really,
I,
oh
I, I
man,
think so.
you
I gotta
coming
look
to
it up, but like I'm pretty
you're gonna
sure they're
perform in the
like
trenches. You are really
That's
headed.
That's where we had our buddies, the Chain Brothers, on. They're
Yeah.
from Gunwave in New Haven. You know, that's where
Gunwave
that's where they perform out of there a lot too.
that's dope. That's dope.
Yeah. So Amanda, like craziest experience at a performance, like something crazy that happened to you. Like it could what is the craziest experience you've had?
I would say it was actually my last show. It was February
Mhm.
15th, and there was a fight going on behind me, and I had no idea.
Mm.
Jeez.
So it wasn't like a full blown out fight. It was like
Oh.
somebody had beef with somebody else. They were at the same show, and I'm just like performing my little heart out, and I'm like noticing that people aren't completely paying attention to me. But like it's like a bar, you know what I mean? So I don't expect everybody to really give a fuck, but it's cool. I'm only, singing my heart out. But I'm like noticing that people aren't really paying attention to me and it was weird. So I get off stage and somebody comes up to apologize to me. And
Mm.
I was like, what? Like, it was okay. And they're like, there was like a whole commotion going on behind you that people were trying to stop. Like, And I was like, I had no idea, dude. And then when I watched the video footage back, it looked like
Yeah.
it was such a big deal. And I truly had no idea. I'm just performing like nothing is going on. And people probably thought that I knew that that was going on, and that's why I was performing the way that I
Trying to
was.
keep people
Yeah.
distracted.
But I had, so one of the songs that I did, like, while this is going on, it's a song called Breathe. It's not released yet. And it's basically, when I introduce the song, it's, you know, when you're so fucking mad you're about to snap on somebody, you just gotta
Every
take a
day.
second and
Every-
So
breathe. So, like, all this is going on behind me. I have no idea. And I'm literally,
You provoked the whole thing.
and somebody literally walked up to me and they're like, who are you talking to? And I was like, anybody that's ready to snap, bro. And then the song started and it was like, breathe, even when your mind's stuck, breathe. And like, people thought that I planned it out, and I was like, I had no idea. That's literally just how I introduced the song, because the song is about like woo sighing after like somebody has you that mad.
They
That you're ready
totally
to
did the opposite.
Yeah, they were
It's
not
like,
getting
what
the
are
Wu
message.
Sai's like, fuck that Wu Sai. We want to fight.
For real. I'm like, nobody's
Hey,
paying attention, but it's fine. And come to find out, oh my God.
here's a good comment. It's like, you started a riot.
Yeah. That's what it sounds like. They were not listening to the lyrics well enough to know that you were talking about not fighting.
Oh my God. Siri, play fucking, oh my God.
Well, that's something I notice about a lot of artists. When you see a lot of these like videos with like artists on and people like jump on stage, like a fan jumps on stage, they're so in the moment and like so like invested in the crowd, especially if it's a song that has everybody so hyped. Like security fucking sucks. I always say, it's like, who the fuck hire these people?
For
Like
real.
like here I am. I need some money. Hire me to stand in front of a fucking stage. I don't care about how big the guy is. Like, you pay me good. Make sure he doesn't go on the stage. I'm biting ankles and shit. You're not getting on. So like, so I'm like, but I can see that because I see a lot of that on like videos where you have these artists and like these people jump on stage and like they don't even realize it until they look to the side because they're just so invested. And again, also too, you have pyro, you have smoke, you have like sweat everywhere. So you know, I
dripping off my face.
just sweat dripping, and making you're blind the whole time. So I could only imagine. Wade says, "Yo, not a love letter has got a nice vibe." Okay, so perfect segue, Wade. So one of the songs I've listened to a lot of the songs, and one of the songs that I listened to was "Ramble." Like this is I really enjoy that song. I really enjoy that song. When I was listening to it, there was like a part in that song where you're doing like the fast rap. And I was like, damn, she's fucking eating it up. She's eating that shit. Like, I was like, okay. So it was really good. Like, how was that? Like, how was the process of writing that song? Like, what was the inspiration of that, writing that song? And how was the process? Like, how was that process of getting that video together?
So, fun fact, I can't necessarily freestyle, but I can write pretty decently fast. So like if you were to put on a beat right now, I can't come up with 16 bars off the top of my head, but if you give me 15 minutes, I can write a 16. So I wanted to write a song in the form of a freestyle, so to speak. Like no chorus, just like, you know, a few crazy bars. Just in the form of that, because I do enjoy rapping, you know what I mean? It's one of my strong suits, I would say. So one day I was like pretty angry. There was some stuff going on with like people I was close to. I had just found out some crazy shit about like one of my best friends, and I was so angry, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna find a crazy beat, and I am going to write this song. Like, you know what I mean? So I found, like, it took me forever to find a beat, and as soon as I found the right beat, it just like hit me, and I just started writing so crazy fast. And like when the fast part came, like I was like, I gotta like go absolutely crazy on this. You know what I mean? I gotta pull some like fast Eminem rapping shit because it just like it felt right. And like the rose, it's funny because the part where I go, on another note, though, I'm sick of these hoes. I don't want your men, but I'll never propose because Lord knows the bitch you really chose already got the rose, so bitch you gotta go. Somebody was like, "Oh, I get the Bachelor reference. That's dope." In reality, like, so this tattoo was a matching tattoo with my first love, and so it's a rose. So you know what I mean? Like, I kind of brought that back. Like, I had looked at my hand tattoo. It was like, I already got the rose, bitch. Like,
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of
You
where
looked
that
at your
bar came
tattoo and you're
from.
like, this motherfucker.
Right, I was like, let me just incorporate that in there a little bit. So like, people think it's a bachelor vibe because the dude gives the girl he wants a rose, but in reality, I had just seen this rose tattoo and I was like, already got the rose, so bitch, you gotta
Here,
go.
here's the dad in me, right? When I watched this music video for Not a Love Letter, like I was like listening to the song and like me and my daughter will listen to it. And here's the dad in me. I'm like, oh my gosh, she has Simba tattooed on her hand.
Yeah, I did.
I was
I really did.
like, that's the first thing because I listen.
He's
One
a
of my
Lion King
favorite.
fan. Oh, he's gonna
I'm a
start
big.
singing about fucking Lion King now.
I'm
We
about
can
to
do it
throw
right now.
16 bars of just Lion King in this motherfucker. I know y'all ready. No, it's funny though because I was like, "Hey, she has Simba on her hand," but it's pretty dope. Pretty dope. Next question is like, what is like who does like the beats? Like, that's like one of the things that I was listening to. Like, those beats are fucking sick. Like,
Yeah.
please let me know. I mean, if you want to share who it is, you can. Like, and like, how does like when you hear those beats for the first time? I know, right? Like, is it something like we're like, all right, you hear the beat first and then you're writing, and like, I mean, obviously that's what it is, right? So like, how's that? Who is it? Who's doing your beats?
So, fun fact, my older music was just for YouTube beats.
Mm-hmm.
Off the top of my head, I couldn't even tell you who some of those beats are, unfortunately. But lately, like Not a Love Letter, for example, is a Kylo beat. And ever since I found Kylo, I found him because I used to type in like Rust type vibes a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's where I found him because he does a lot of Rust type beats.
Okay.
So like lately, like my newer music is a lot of Kylo beats. And he's like my number one favorite. Like I'm actually trying to get a hold of him to get exclusive beats.
Mm-hmm.
Because now like I do buy my beats off BeatStars, so it is random sometimes. Like there's not necessarily like a specific producer that I work with. Um, Plus like I do like to venture out, see like who can do what, and like I do so many different vibes, you know what I mean? It's hard for me to stick to completely one person. Um, but I would say like Kylo's my favorite like producer right now. Like a
Okay.
lot of my beats are from him.
Now, do you
Now,
ever have
Mhm.
any intentions of like trying to learn how to make your own beats? Like I know a lot of people start off,
That's a good
rapping
question.
with
Yeah.
beats, and then like they kind of, as they
Mhm.
progress, they start making their own because it's like they have a vision for how they want their song to sound,
Mhm.
and they just can't
Mhm.
find that from anybody else, so they start
Mhm.
fooling around and making them themselves.
So it would be really dope. It would be really cool.
Mhm.
I just feel like personally me, like so when I learn something and I want to do something, I want to put all of my time and effort towards that and be the best that
Okay.
I can possibly be at that. So the only reason that I don't see myself doing that is because I would rather put time towards like performing and writing new music rather than making my beats and then having to write to it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
That's the only reason I can't see myself doing it is because like I really like
Mhm.
to focus on things. So I
Okay.
have to kind of pick and choose what I'm focusing on for the moment. It's my
Mm.
ADHD, you know what I mean? Like I'll focus on 30 different things,
Yeah,
but when I can actually focus on one thing, it's glorious.
That's
I'm
awesome.
the same way, especially like with Danny and I do in like with the toy photography community and stuff like that. Like I get distracted so easy. I want to do a million different things, but then I'll get really obsessed with one certain thing, and then it's like everything else can fuck off. I don't even care about this over here.
For real.
Amanda, are you familiar with the toy photography community? Are you familiar with like people taking photos of like collectibles and stuff? Have you seen that around?
I've like heard about it, but I'm not
Okay.
like super familiar. I think it's really cool, but I'm not
Yeah.
super familiar with it.
Me and Unworthy are Millie Vanilli of the toy
Yeah,
community.
yeah, yeah.
We're
Yeah.
the Millie Vanilli of the toy community.
Yeah,
Or
we
Wham.
hire this
We're
guy.
the
We hire this guy called Clintastic 4 to do all of our
to do everything
pictures.
for us. And before I showcase this question, for anybody in the chat who's watching and you want to ask the question to Amanda, please do so I could star your question and so I could showcase it. So 88 Figs has a question. He says, what's the best way to book a gigs?
So just reach out to promoters. And
Okay.
if you can't find promoters and you want to kind of put on your own show, you can literally just like go into bars and like places that have like areas that like you can perform in, even if it's not like a
Mm-hmm.
real stage. a lot of like local bars and stuff like that want that type of traffic because they want more people to come into their bars.
Okay.
So like if you can't get a hold of like a promoter or something like that, you can literally just go into your local bar and talk to them and be like, hey, like, is there any way we can see about getting a show hosted here? It would bring in traffic. You would have some good music playing, and you know what I mean? Like that's pretty cool.
Here's a hashtag 315 says, fun fact, Batmanda has a crazy arm sleeve. So would you like to showcase your arm sleeve?
I have 2 sleeves technically, but like I feel like this is the one he's talking about.
Okay.
So like it goes all the way up, and I got my
Okay.
tattoos. So somebody one time told me that my tattoos look like stickers, and like they're not wrong. They're not wrong like one bit.
They look like stickers.
I got a little because I got probably like 20 tattoos on this one arm,
Mhm.
and then I just kind of went around it. But yeah, I got Batman on there. I got a butterfly, a music tattoo, yin yang. It is a crazy sleeve. He's not lying.
That's
Do
a
you ever
perfect
have
Mhm.
do you ever have anybody that looks at your tattoo and thinks it's completely something else, and like you hear it enough times you start getting annoyed, like having to explain what the hell it actually is?
It's so funny you bring that up. So I have a Juice World tattoo on my
Okay.
leg, and it's in big bold letters, and it says 999. Now, there's a joke at my job where they like say it as like 999 and they're like, "Oh,
Mhm.
she's German." And I'm like, "That's fucked up. Don't say that."
Yeah.
And then on the other hand, I have people that think I worship the devil because for some reason they see the
It's okay.
999 and think
Yeah,
it's
they think it's a
666.
666 upside
And
down.
It's okay.
I'm like, that doesn't even make any sense. Like, it's clearly facing this
Yeah,
direct. Like, what are you
why would I
talking about?
tattoo it upside down in a position you couldn't read it?
Right. I'm like, what are you even on about right now? It doesn't even make any sense. So yeah,
Now-
that's like the
I
only
only
one that
ask
irks
because I have a Viking tattoo on my hand, and I get people asking me all the time. It's like, why do you have a tattoo of a snowflake? And about the 10th time, I was like, it's not a motherfucking snowflake. If I hear that again, I'm gonna rip somebody's head off.
I'm glad you mentioned that because I was worthy. You have a snowflake? Did you?
Oh, you
It's like
better
a.
not ever
Is
fucking
it like a
say that.
Frozen? She has like Lion King. Is it like Frozen inspired here? Like, what are we doing here? No, I actually have a tattoo. It's like one of those bootleg tattoos. It's supposed to be a D for my mom's name. Her name is Doris, but everybody's like, dude, why the fuck do you have Pac-Man? I was like, fuck you. It's my mom's.
Pac-Man is crazy.
Super Cool says we were gonna hear some spit, so he wants you to drop a 16 if you know, no pressure if you want.
Oh,
Now,
damn, that's crazy.
one of the another question. I don't know if we've asked this, and forgive me if we've already asked this question, but like the name Batmanda, where does that like? Are you
Yeah, you
into
said you were
comics? Like,
trying to get rid of it for a little while, which is ironic that you said that because, like that's how I had come across your page. So that's kind of like how I had known. So when I was looking you up on YouTube, I'm like, I'm typing in Batman, and then I go to iTunes, I'm typing in Batman. I'm like, why the fuck isn't any of this coming up?
Yeah. So the name started when I was like 14, and
Okay.
I've always been a big Batman fan. Like I grew up watching the Batman VHS tapes, the live actions. You know, every weekend I would go to my grandma's, and I don't care what she wanted to do, I wanted to watch Batman, so that's what we did. Every single weekend. I never got sick of it.
That's a good grandma.
She is. And so it got to a point where like I started collecting a ton of Batman stuff. You know, I would get like Batman gloves, a jacket. Like I would always sport my Batman stuff. So one day, one of my friends just randomly was like, "Okay, Batman, I see you." And I was like, 14-year-old me went crazy. I was like, "That is the coolest thing anybody's ever called me." So I
That's
went
me for
home.
life now.
Right. So I went home and I put on all my Batman gear and I took a picture of myself like this in my Batman gear and I went on Twitter and I posted, "I am Batmanda." I changed all my socials to that and
There
like
you go.
thus the
I
name
love it.
on.
That's awesome.
I
You
love
became
it.
a symbol that day. Like,
Yeah,
it's
and
like-
I
it's
mean,
not-
speaking of Batman, like your name, obviously Batmanda, but like there is also a lot of kind of pop culture type Batman
Mm.
references in your music. Is that
Yeah.
something that just kind of happens organically, or is it something like if you can't think of something to write, you just start thinking of Batman comics, and you're like, all right, I
Mhm.
can start here. Or...
So it does happen organically, and it's funny because there'll be times where like I won't even realize that it seems like a Batman reference until somebody's like, oh shit, you referenced Batman in this. And I'm like, I didn't mean to, but that's pretty cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, so my Gotham, for example, is obviously like the biggest Batman reference in my music right now.
Yeah.
And I got the inspiration because like I didn't, I grew up on top of a corner store on a really bad side of town. So you know what I mean? Like I've seen a lot, I've dealt with a lot, and like, being a big fan of Batman, I'm like, yo, Syracuse is just like Gotham City. Like if you know what Gotham City is like it's not a joke. Like Syracuse is just about there. We just don't have a Batman to fucking save shit.
We have Unworthy.
I don't like. I'm 30 minutes out. Like you're gonna need a different kind of signal.
Hey, you could be Batman, and I could be your fucking Robin. I'll just drive 5 minutes every time we gotta fight crime. I'll drive 5 hours just to get there, just to do that.
Let's get it.
I'll be like, excuse me, bad guys, can you wait a second? Robin's not here yet.
Right, give me a minute.
He's coming from Gunhaven, New Haven.
Dude, that'd be fucking that's so cool. And then look, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go ahead, keep going, Amanda. Fuck, I got.
No, you're good. I was invested in this.
No, I was gonna say like we could do like me, Unworthy, and Amanda could do like the ending to like Batman Forever, where like Batgirl and Robin and Batman are running, and like we're running through the Seal song,
slow motion,
and we're just put a fucking cape on and shit. That shit'll be dope.
Yes, I just watched that movie too. I just watched that.
Oh, listen, big, like we've talked about this movie before, and like Unworthy's a big fan of Batman Forever. I love Jim Carrey is my guy. Like Jim.
That's
Carrey's
my
like
favorite one, man.
Jim Carrey's like my dude in that movie, so definitely. We have another hashtag 315 has put in a lot of things here. He's a Batman is TikTok famous. Okay. TikTok famous, and then also says Batman is currently an award nominee for the Sammys. What is that? Is that
so? Sammys is the Syracuse Grammys. It is the biggest award show that we have. They've been doing it for a very long time. They highlight every single genre that they do in Syracuse. So you got pop, country, rock, hip hop. So yeah, the Sammys are officially on March 8th. And my album Reborn is currently nominated for a hip hop Sammy. So yeah, I'm super excited about that.
So you hear that, chat, and everybody that's watching, go vote for Batmanda right now.
Yeah.
Now
it could be my second award. It could be my second award.
Get it?
Is the Sammys like an act like a? Did they have like a live like an event that you go to, or is it kind of like a TV show, or is it like just like kind of an award show?
So they run it exactly like the Grammys, the best that they can. They have it at the Palace Theater, which is like a very like prestigious venue. And then you have like the radio stations go there. You have like big restaurants for catering. I've never been there, so this is actually I didn't hear about the Sammys even being a thing until 2 years ago when I started doing music. So this was actually my first year even attempting to get into the Sammys.
Okay.
So I was shocked to see that I was even nominated, because they have like a People's Choice section, and then they have like a Sammy section of like the council. So People's Choice, I made it into there, and basically like you have people vote for you, and then you move on to the next round and the next round and the next round. I didn't even make it past round 1. I went on there after like it's like a week of voting, and then you go on and you see if your name is still there for round 2.
Yeah.
I went on and I just assumed I was going to be there. So I start telling people, I'm like, don't forget to vote. And then I go on and I'm like, oh shit, my name's not even on here. And I was like, damn, that's okay. We'll try again next year. It was my first time. And then a couple weeks later, people are tagging me saying congratulations. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? What did I do? I didn't do anything. And like I was nominated like by the council themselves, and I was like, cool. I almost cried. I was at work when I found out, and I went to my boss and I was like, I'm nominated, and he was like, what are you talking about? And I was like, dude, for a Sammy. And he was like, oh, shit, good shit. So like it was a shocker, honestly, to me. But they run it basically just like the Grammys, except like a low budget.
See, my reaction if I was your friend at work, I probably would have been like, oh my god. That's what
I'm hoping for, but no.
I would have did that. So whoever your boss is, shame on you. I'd have been like, oh my god. Now, Agent Variant had a question. I wanted to showcase it. He says, which Batman? I'm assuming he's talking about the Batman tattoo. So he wants to know. I think that's what he's talking. Agent Variant, correct me if I'm wrong, but like, which Batman do you have tattooed?
Yeah, no, he asked that while we were talking about the tattoos. You're behind. Like, you don't pay attention to the chat.
Well, I'm trying to showcase all the chat because I'm not trying to miss any questions.
You're
here.
making some people feel left out. Is all I'm saying.
I'm looking at every chat here. So everybody that's in the chat, I'm the one working the chat. So I'm seeing your questions. Go ahead, keep going. But which Batman?
So it's kind of hard to show on the camera, but it's where is it? Why am I struggling?
Uh-oh. She knocked
we lost her.
She'll be back.
She'll be back.
She'll be back.
For anybody that if
anybody wants to speculate and guess, here she's coming.
I'm back.
You're back. There you go.
I don't want to talk about it. But there it is.
Oh, it's the
Okay, yeah. That's the Dark Knight Rises looks like.
Yeah, Christopher Nolan Batman. Okay.
Yeah, right. So it's got a quote, but like I'm saving the quote. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say what the quote is.
It's probably the best quote ever. Best quote ever. We have Skelly in the house. What's going on, dude? What's going on, buddy? Welcome. Any collaborations? Like, have you done any collaborations with like local rappers or like even people like that are not local? So who?
So I've done a decent amount of features actually. My biggest one right now, I would say, I have two that are actually like, not super big, but I got a feature with Street Soprano. Shout out to him. He's part of BSF. I don't know if you guys know Benny the Butcher and like that whole squad. But he's a part of BSF. So that's one of my big features. I also have a feature with T Gunna. It's not released yet. I don't know when I'm gonna release it. But yeah, and he's another like big artist. He's got features with like Cassidy and stuff like that.
Oh shit.
Okay. Cool. I have collabed with a decent amount of local artists. There's a lot of artists that I want to collab with that I just haven't gotten a chance to yet. So yeah.
Now outside of local artists and like you said, you like to travel. You travel around and you go places. You were talking about how you got a trip for another show tomorrow. Is there any? If you could pick? Oh man, see, I've been listening to Danny so long. I'm starting.
Don't give me that. Don't give me that. Go ahead. Drown yourself.
If you fantasy cast, if you could put out a collaboration with any artist of all time, past, present, any artist of any kind, any genre, who would be your dream collaboration?
That's tough. I gotta go. I feel like I gotta go Russ. I feel like we would make a crazy banger, like just because a lot of the beats I use are inspired by him anyway. You know what I mean? So like, I feel like if we worked on like a song together, it would just be insane, dude. And like, I feel like I could learn so much from him as an artist. Like he's an independent artist. I'm an independent artist. I'm not signed to a label. I don't even have a manager. I am my own manager.
Okay.
So like just
that's the way to be. Sign yourself to yourself, write your own checks. Don't let nobody else do it, man.
Exactly. Like I'm definitely big. Yeah, I'm big on the independent thing for sure. It's cool that people like to be in labels and stuff like that. I'm not knocking them at all. I'm just somebody that like I really like to stay in my own lane. Don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me, you know what I mean? And like Russ is that same person, like he's a super independent artist and he tried to get on labels, they didn't want him, so now he's like, fuck you guys, I'm doing my own thing, and I feel like I could learn a lot from him, honestly.
All right, so on the flip side then, if there any artist were to if there's one specific artist that was to get a hold of you and said, I want to do a collaboration with you, and you would be like, no, fuck you. Who's that artist? Feel free to name names. We'd love it when people name names.
It's okay. You can say Danny. That's fine. Like, you don't want to do a collab. That's fine. That was my next question, but whatever.
I would. I gotta go. I'm gonna go ahead and say Sexy Red. If she wanted to collab with me, I would be like, that's no.
I don't know who that is, but she sounds like a real ass.
She sounds fantastic.
Have you ever heard the Pound Town song?
She sounds like you could bring her home to mom.
So my thing with music, like current music, is I hear a lot of music, but I don't know who any of it is. Like I hear it all out of context. My daughter listens to a lot of the newer music, and like I get into some of it, but I don't usually know who the hell it is. Like
Yeah.
when I do reels and stuff on Instagram, I'm always thinking like of the song that I've heard my daughter play, and I'll come in
Mhm.
and I'll be like, "Hey, what's that song that you're playing?" And it's something like, and she'll be like,
Keep
"I don't
going.
know," and then she'll play it again days later, and I'll come in and I'll be like, "All right, this is the
Yeah.
one. This is the one I was asking about. How did you not know? I was nailing
That's great. I
uh,
know you guys had to have heard that one Sexy Red song.
it." I probably
sing
have, yeah.
sing a little bit of it. Let's hear it. I
Well,
haven't heard
you
it.
don't have to. If you don't like it,
No,
it's
you-
all right. You
I'll
don't
put it
have
on
to.
This is
blast.
why this is a perfect example of like why I won't collab with her, right? So like her most popular song, first time I ever heard her was a TikTok trend, and the song was "My Coochie Pink, My Booty Hole Brown."
Oh,
I can't make this up, and she's so famous. She's got songs with Drake. Just recorded her new music video. Like
I kind of want to collab with her. I like this. I like where this is going. Keep going.
if she hits me up, I'll send her your way.
Send her
Well,
my
listen,
way.
I got you.
on behalf of the colorblind community, I appreciate her describing the colors.
In case you didn't know, now you do.
Well, like it's probably kind of obvious. I didn't really need those to be explained to me.
I could just picture where he's like, "What colors is it? It's pink, sir. It's pink." Oh my goodness. Hold on. There was a star question here. I didn't want to like miss. It says, "Who do you want to collab with?" Hashtag 1315.
Like
I'm
Like,
assuming.
maybe
Yeah.
maybe not like a dream collaboration, but like anybody that that if people were reach out to you, or people that you would think, oh man, I should reach out to them. I'm just guessing. I could have that wrong. Hashtag 315. Let me know.
I mean,
Don't unsubscribe, please.
I'm gonna go more like locally because like there's a few like local artists that I really do want to collab with that I haven't yet, and like AZ Brazy is a perfect example. Like we don't have a song yet, we've never been in the studio, so like that's somebody I want to collab with. The person who made the comment.
This is a good comment, right? Why?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, I know he's talking to me, and yes, it is. All right, now get that out of your head, if you will.
Oh
man. He says, Dick says, highly recommend Pound Town.
Pound Town, just left Pound Town. See, that's the shit I'm talking about. I can't stand the music, but it's so catchy. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
terrible.
it makes see songs like that. I kind of wish I thought of first. Not the booty hole is pink and all that. Like, I mean, if it could get me out of.
If it is, you probably got to get it looked at, because like even white people's they ain't pink,
If it could get me out of here, by all means, whatever you want me to say on this track, I'll say whatever you want.
$20 is $20.
I have one more. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. Absolutely. Go ahead.
You'll get rambling. Let me get mine out of the way.
I like this.
One of the things that a lot of that we see a lot nowadays, and I think Beyonce just recently did it, and it's like really kind of propelled it to the forefront, is like cross genre collaborations and like genre crossing. If you could, as a rapper, if you could cross over into another genre for like maybe just an album, like Lil Wayne did it with like the Prom Queen album. He did like a rock album. You could cross over into any other genre for a short time. What would it be?
I mean, technically speaking, I do have every genre of music recorded. Yeah, I actually do have some projects. My next genre that I'm gonna, because I kind of like, I do have mostly hip hop out right now, and I have some pop out right now. Like some fun poppy music. But the next one that I really want to go to, where like I only have one more song to record, is country. I have been on like a crazy country kick lately, man. My Kane Brown station on Pandora, fucking mint.
Love it.
Like I love it. So like that's the next one that like I already am kind of like shifting for just like a moment, and kind of just like seeing the reaction. And like those songs have honestly been recorded for a while because like I grew up on every type of music, you know what I mean? And I listen to every type of music. There's even some gospel music where I'm like, turn that shit up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so I want to, since I like every genre, I want to be able to make every genre.
That's awesome.
So like, there's not a single genre that I would be like, oh, I'm not going to do that. Why would I do that? Because like I genuinely
want like even polka's on the table then. Polka, polka, polka. Like,
I would try it. I would try it.
Polka, polka.
All right. I'm looking forward to the Batman to Polka album.
Hashtag 315 says, would you join Illuminati? Are they hiring, sir? Because
listen, they have not gotten my application.
I sent the couple. They have not.
It depends on what they're paying, honestly. If they're coming with a good deal, I mean, how can I say no? Really?
Yeah. Give me Ted DiBiase shit. Everybody's got a price.
Don't get me for that though. I feel like if I ever get famous, they're gonna bring this back and they're gonna be like, "See, she's a part of it. That's how she got famous. She was talking about the Illuminati."
But then they'll start bringing up, they'll start putting old pictures up where like you were doing something with your hands and it's out of context. Like this is right here. If you look, this right here. If you look, this is the sign of the devil.
I do the double peace sign a lot because I don't know what else to do. They're gonna be like, "Look at the two triangles."
That's a sign of her welcoming a portal for our alien overlords to come in and overthrow the human race.
You humans,
we love a good conspiracy theory.
We love them here. He said, they said she has a Spanish song. Okay, do you really have a Spanish song? If so, what's the name of it? And where can what's the names?
So they're not fully Spanish. Only certain parts are. But so Chiquito, which is on my very first EP that
I know that word. I was very, very familiar with that word. Okay.
Yeah. So.
Well, go ahead.
So Chiquito is dropped, and then I have another one that I'm dropping in May.
Okay.
So yeah, that's another like it's half Spanish, half English. I'm really hyped for that one. That's another one that like I haven't performed yet, but I want to. So I'm probably gonna add that to the set list pretty soon because that's another like really fun song.
Are you part Spanish or just love of the culture? Right?
Yep. So my dad was Puerto Rican. So yeah, that's where I get it from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, listen. I know that I look like I'm as white as liquid paper, but I'm an honorary Puerto Rican.
He is.
Right?
We honor it. Yeah, he is.
Yeah, I have been welcomed into the Puerto Rican family. So.
He went from Kevin to Miguel.
Thank you, Chubsy and Aunt Wubsy.
Mi familia.
There you go. Toy R says, Unworthy wants a crossover with Elton John. Shit, I want a crossover with Elton John.
I'll cross over with Elton John. Why not?
That's double platinum easy. Anything with like Elton John, you're fucking going double platinum. Please, me too. It's Wade Cray says, do you find it easier to write music from experience, like some therapy type stuff, or is it easier to make bangers? Okay,
that's a good question, actually. It depends on my mood. To be completely honest with you, like sometimes I do use it as like a therapy. There's been songs that I have written just completely bawling my eyes out. Like no beat, no nothing. I'm just like putting melodies together in my head and just writing away. There's songs that I make when I'm like super mad, super angry, you know what I mean? And then there's songs where like if I'm in like a good mood, like drinking a little bit, I'm like, let's write a fun banger. Like let's write some shit to shake your ass to. So, like, it really depends on my mood,
That's
honestly.
my kind. Yeah, I love a good song that I can shake my ass to, honestly.
There you go.
Right? Who doesn't?
Right. Well, that's a good question for all three of us. What song, like not writing song, like what song that's out that you listen to when you're angry, and what song do you listen to when you're sad? So
I'll start. When I'm angry, I don't. It usually has to do with work, and I drive all the time for work. So usually, what I listen to when I'm super angry is the sound of my tires on the highway. Because like I love music, and I love listening to music. I love listening to podcasts, and like the last thing I want is when I'm in a really foul, nasty, ugly mood. I don't want to be listening to music and like have some song that comes on and it's really good, and it's like now whenever that song comes on, I'll be like, "Ooh, man, you know what? I really wanted to punch that bitch that fucking day." You know.
We're gonna talk after the show, okay? We're gonna discuss this further.
Something needs to be discussed immediately.
I'm concerned here.
I I'm speaking of generalities. I'm not saying a bitch is like a woman or a
No, I'm
specific
kidding.
person. I'm just saying like somebody that pissed me off that day, you know?
All right. So what song are you listening to when you're sad? Are you not listening to any songs neither?
When I'm sad,
Yeah,
usually
like
actually I don't really get sad. Like actually, there's some music that'll come on that'll make me sad because it'll actually, like I said, it'll remind me of something that song will remind me of something from the past that I have to be sad about.
Wade
I,
says I'm an
I
emotional roller coaster.
Felt that.
I'm in a box full of emotions.
but when I'm
Amanda, what's
happy, when I'm in a
Mhm.
good mood, and I'm trying to shake my ass and like get other people in a good mood,
Oh,
and
okay.
like you know the song "Flashing Lights" by The Weekend or "Blinding Lights"? "Blinding Lights" by The
Blinding
Okay.
Weekend.
lights.
Okay.
My daughter and I used to drive, like we'd have nowhere to go, no plans. Like we'd just get in the car and we would just start driving around and we would play music. Like her and I love music. We'd listen to music all the time. And that song would come on and we would crank it all the way up. And I'd be driving, just like dancing in the fucking driver's seat. And she's reaching over, to grab the steering wheel so we don't crash and stuff. So now, whenever that song comes on, or especially if she's in a bad mood, I'll turn that song on. I'll be like, just busting her door. Going through it drunk. I've been on my own for far too long. Like just to try to get her, going.
That's
Love
awesome.
that.
Amanda, what song are you listening to when you're angry? And what songs are you listening to? What song are you listening to when you're, that makes you sad? Makes you and
So,
also too, what song are you listening to? I don't want to say that, but what song are you making you like dance and stuff? Like what song?
so when I'm angry,
Okay.
I listen to like "Why You Mad" by Jadakiss. Like
Okay.
I listen to Jadakiss when I'm mad because like I feel
Jadakiss
like
is the man. He's
I
dope,
I
man.
feel like I can do gang shit when Jadakiss is around. You know what I mean? Like like I'm listening to Jadakiss, like yeah, like I don't got a gun, but like pop pop pop, like that's how
You make the
Jadakiss makes
sound
me
you make the
feel.
sound effects also too.
Yes, yes, always pop pop pop.
That's so funny.
So
Go
like I listen
ahead.
to Jadakiss when I'm angry because like he gets me
Hmm.
so hype. I feel like I can do anything, and like
Okay.
then I just get tired, and I'm like I don't even
Okay.
have the energy to be angry anymore. Like I was so hype, I can't even be angry.
Okay.
When I'm when I'm sad, I actually have a sad vibes playlist. So like
Oh,
I do it to myself. Like I've added songs. So like the description of this playlist, nobody else can see it but me. But the
that makes two of
description
us.
the description is if you weren't crying, you're definitely gonna be bawling.
Hmm.
So like when I'm sad, I put that on because like I feel like it's okay to cry sometimes. Like sometimes you need to cry just to feel better
Yeah, you
afterward.
gotta get it out of your system.
Yeah,
Right.
man.
So if I'm in that mood, I'll put on a whole sad vibes playlist and I got songs that like I hear to this day and I'm like, ah
Okay.
fuck, I'm gonna like and then when I'm happy, I listen to a lot of Doja Cat and Russ, of
I
course,
love
when I'm in a good mood. But like
I love Doja Cat.
Agora
Okay.
Hills has me in a chokehold. Like I don't know if you guys have heard it, but like it's
Mm.
like a love song, and I'm like not
Hmm.
in love, but it makes me feel like I should be. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Be
that
like, I
song
gotta
is
go
just
find
like
somebody to be in love with.
Like sing this song
fuck
to me
that,
now.
fuck all that. But like I sing it to my cats.
Okay.
There you go.
It's good. There you go. When I'm angry, I like to listen to a lot of like Smashing Pumpkins or Metallica. Like I love Smashing Pumpkins and Metallica, or even like the Scorpion King song, Godsmack. I stand alone.
Such a
Oh man,
Like
banger
I like
though.
I
I hope you
I
don't sing it
love
out too loud. Holy shit.
I love those songs. Like anytime, like those are the songs that really like pump you up and get you angry, right? Anytime I'm listening to anything that makes me sad, I like 1,000 years. I like that song from like like I don't know. That
I don't
song
know
is
that
like
song. What is it?
I don't know the singer's name, but
It's like
like it's the
Christian Perry or something.
yeah, something like that. She
I
sings
know
this,
what
it's a
song.
thousand years, and it's so sad. But like the only reason I get sad is because that's like a song you play. Anytime I watch videos like on TikTok and they're playing that song, it's a song that they play like when like your daughter's has her quinceañera, or like your daughter's getting married and you're old, or like somebody dies. But like fuck, man, like this song really gets me
It
every
really
time I
does.
listen to it.
I think
Now
that's on my
anytime
sad vibes.
yeah. Oh, listen, I got a whole list. And I got what's this kid's name? I'm looking at it right now. It's the kid Leroy. He
Oh, I
sings that.
love him.
You cut out a piece of me, and now I bleed eternal. Like that's my shit. Like I'm like, you fucking asshole. Like,
Now here's an emotion that we didn't talk about.
okay.
You know, anybody that's married can attest to the strength of this playlist. When you know that it's like it's time to put the moves on, like it's time to take it to the bedroom. You know, what's that? What's the bedroom music like? For me personally, if I know that if I know that I'm getting my I'm putting in the overtime, I'm gonna try to seduce the shit out of my wife. The whole day I'm listening to Conway Twitty because that dude knows how to sing. He knew how to sing to a woman. I just come home, I bust right through the door, lay you down and shake that. You know.
I'm listening to the Godzilla theme. I'm kidding. I'm more of a Toy Story. You got a friend in me. Oh man. Yeah, going back to the dancing songs, honestly, like when I'm cheerful, I like to listen to a lot of like, I don't know, Amanda, I don't know if you're familiar with Huey Lewis and the News. They're like Back to the Future back in the day. Like they were a band and I love their music. It's so like uplifting. And but like also too, like if I'm listening to like Usher has like a lot of great dance songs. Like Chris Brown is like my number one person on my playlist. Chris Breezy is like the new song he has out now. And like even the video, like the video is beautiful. It's a beautiful video. They talking about his struggles. And in the end, you see like his kids are what like got him out of that all that. Like his kids are like everything. And that's like to see that and see how much he's evolved from where he's come from and everything that's happened with him. It's nice to see that. So I definitely like it.
You know, I got a funny story about Chris Brown. I'll try to be brief with it. Sometimes when my oldest son, he's in first grade, and sometimes like the bus comes wicked early, so like sometimes we miss the bus, and I'll have to take him to school, and he'll ride with me in the work truck, and whatever music I had on my phone will just start playing. And one day we were driving, and I didn't even realize that we're driving to school, and "Look at Me Now" song came on, and like we must have listened to the whole thing the whole way, because like we don't live too crazy far from the school. But then the very next day we missed the school bus again, and I had to take him to school. And like I didn't have the radio on, and as we're driving, he goes, "Dad, can I listen to that Fresher Than a Muffin song again?" I was like, "Oh hell yeah,
that's great.
Fresher Than a Muffin, that's right."
Wade says, "Didn't Chris Brown sing Smack That?"
That was Akon and Eminem.
Smack That all on there. That was a Chris Smack That. Give me some. Wade actually had a question, which is really good. Which is it's a good question. He says, so since everyone's a Batman fan, has anyone asked Amanda which is the best? I'm assuming he said live action Batman. Asking for. So have you watched any of the Batman movies? Like, I mean, I'm assuming you watched Batman Forever. Like, who would you say is your best live action Batman? Like, who did the best? And why is it Ben Affleck?
I really like Michael Keaton. Honestly, I gotta go Michael Keaton, and then like
applaud. I can't.
So like. A lot of people hate Robert Pattinson in the new one, but I think he also captured like a really, really good side of Batman. You know what I mean?
Yes,
like,
he did.
For what they were trying to do for that movie, they were trying to capture like when he first started. You know what I mean? And he was so angry and had this anger, and he was like just all to himself. And you know what I mean? Like, so I feel like Robert Pattinson did a great Batman, and like there's so many people that played a good Batman, but like. I feel like he's got to be one of the top at this point just for that one role. Yeah. Like, I think he absolutely did amazing.
I got to say, every time that question comes up on here, it's a trick. Everybody is just trying to get everybody to say Ben Affleck because they know how much I hate Ben Affleck. So when you started saying Robert Pattinson, I was just like, like I already knew that I was a big fan and I had love for you, but now it's like we're like BFFs.
He wants to be your manager.
Thank you for not saying Ben Affleck.
Well, I mean, listen. I like Ben Affleck as Batman, and I can't disagree. Like you picked Michael Keaton and Robert Pattinson, they were great. I can't argue that. They are great. They are definitely great. Hashtag 315 says Nicolas Cage is the you're absolutely right. I'm with you 100%. 100%.
I don't know. Keanu Reeves did pretty good as Batman too in the Super Pets movie. That was pretty
Yeah,
good.
And
well,
that
yeah,
one,
yeah, for real, for real.
that one movie with the cabin in the woods.
Yeah. What's the actor's name from that show with Drew Carey? He played Batman in the Lego movie. What's his name?
Oh yeah. Shit.
He was really good. I like that movie.
I
Yeah,
actually
I
need
can't
to
remember.
watch the Lego movie. I heard it was really, really
It
good.
was really good.
Oh,
Like
I
a lot.
love it.
Anything that doesn't take itself so serious is always good. So definitely.
For
He
sure.
said Chris Tucker. Yeah, Chris Tucker's the best. Best Batman. Now, my last question for the night for you is, how do you feel about how female rappers are portrayed now compared to how they were portrayed back then, right? Because we see a lot of like, and it's true, we see a lot of like female rappers that are portrayed more as like, and maybe this is just me, and maybe I may be incorrect, but there seem more of like just sex symbols more than just lyricists, right? Because back then you think of like MC Light, and this is just, I'm saying my age here, MC Light, people like Lauryn Hill, like uh uh Queen Latifah, like you think of those rappers, right? Where there wasn't more of like the sex appeal, right? Or just like,
I don't
it
know.
was
Queen
more.
Latifah had a lot of sex appeal.
Well, I mean, not back then. Not back then. Back then it was more of like them, it was just more just like the lyrics. Now it's more catered to, like you see a lot of like, who's what's her name? Oh my god, I can't think of her name.
You gotta be a
She
little
has
more
a-
specific than that.
I can't think of her name, but she's a really, really good lyricist. Like, oh my goodness. It'll come to me. But anyways, like besides her, like how do you feel like how they're portrayed now? Like, and you even being a female rapper, like a female hip hop, like do you face those challenges now where you get people that don't like sometimes even like don't see you as like they don't take you serious because, or they just look at more just like the feminine and not the talent, right? Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, 100%. Especially because like I started off being just like a regular like TikToker or like I hate the term content creator, but like for a
Yeah.
while that's what I did. You know what I mean? I didn't start doing music till 2 years ago. So, for a while I was just seen as
Mhm.
like a content creator, so people didn't have to care about the music.
Yeah.
But like I definitely like I do despise it and I hate it, but like I get it. You know what I mean? I can't
Yeah.
hate on it that much when like at the end of the day, like that's what sells, especially these days.
Yeah.
So like it's definitely a challenge, especially being like I can shake my ass a little bit and I can wear like a cute little outfit, but like
Mhm.
at the end of the day, like that's not like who I am. Like I could do it for a bit, I
Yeah.
could do it for a song, but like you're not gonna see like that being like me. I'm not gonna make a bunch of like
Yeah.
sassy songs and stuff like that. So like it's definitely harder being a female that doesn't do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That actually like is more focused on like the lyrics I'm writing and like
Yeah. Yeah.
inspiration and not just like, you know what I mean, like all that crazy stuff. So like I'm not a fan of it. You know what I mean? Like I do wish that like it was more focused on like the lyrics and
Yeah.
the actual art itself rather than like,
Yeah.
damn, she's super hot. Like I'll shake my ass to
Yeah.
her music. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
it's definitely a challenge and it's really annoying, but like at the end of the day, like that's just something that we have to deal with. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And like if I gotta shake ass a little bit for a couple views, like I'll do it
Thank
here
you.
and there.
Thank you, young Ma. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
I
Shame on
mean,
me.
like, yeah, another one that comes to my mind like that
Oh
is like
shit, that's real raw breed in the building. That's crazy.
Yeah.
like Rod Digga. Like she is an incredible lyricist, a freestyle rapper, like
Oh,
amazing.
great.
And she just had the bad luck of like coming out and trying to get crack into the mainstream at the same time as like
Yeah.
kind of like the sex sells
Mhm.
was coming, like
Yeah.
so it's like she was wearing FUBU jackets, FUBU
Mhm.
jeans, baggy white t-shirts, with the long braids, and people were like, you or this one over here, and they're
Yep.
it's unfortunate. It is that is the unfortunately it's a fucking male mentality for a lot of people who are only like probably I'm gonna say like casual fans of hip
Oh, we lost her
hop. Well,
again.
she had enough. I went too far, I guess.
She's back. We got
I
her.
don't even know what just happened, but
No, it's all good. Um, I know I had a last question, but I have to ask you this question. It's a very important question.
He's
and I
gonna
always
have
act.
like spoiler alert.
No,
He's gonna
no,
have
no,
like
no, no,
5 more
no.
last questions.
I actually had two, but this is the one that I always ask every guest that I have. What advice do you give a young lady, right, that wants to be a rapper, right, and wants to start a career in rapping? And just kind of and going again, going to talking about the just kind of how they're portrayed now, right? And you standing on that. And I've seen a lot of, and I watched some of the videos and I've seen some of the photos, and you definitely carry yourself as one of those rappers who wants to focus more on just the art rather than, don't, like, it's nothing like that. I mean, yeah, you dress nice and stuff like that, but you're not that's not the way I see it and I portray it. You're not focused on that. You're more
Right.
focused on the work that you're putting in.
You're
So
not going
what
to
if,
a war show with a titty hanging out like little
you know what
Kim.
I'm saying? Like,
Right.
absolutely not. So like, what advice do you give a young lady who says, "Hey, I want to start writing music. I want to be a rapper. I want to be a singer." And like, what advice would you give somebody like a
So
young
I'd
lady?
say 100% just like be yourself. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like
Hmm.
figure out what message you want to get out by doing music. Even if it's just like I just want to make fun music, you know what I mean? Or it's I want to inspire people with my music. Just like figure
Hmm.
out why you want to do it and then just like do it for the reason that you're doing it. And like
Hmm.
don't let anybody else inspire you. Don't let people tell you that
Hmm.
like you're doing it wrong. You should be doing
Yeah,
it
yeah,
different. You would get more views if you did this. You know
yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like I've had people tell me I need to make like a crazy shake assy song and I'd blow up and I'm like, that'd be cool and like I'm sure one day I probably will. But like that's you know what I mean? I'm not gonna make it just so I blow up based off of that. You know what I mean? So like my biggest thing is just stay true to you and like whatever you're doing it for and just don't let anybody influence you to do something different.
Hmm.
Because then you lose yourself and it's not fun anymore.
Right.
Yeah. The real raw breed says you can't blame it on the females themselves. The industry wants sex. Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
Most
100%.
definitely.
100%. And it kind of takes away because now it's like you have all these great lyricists, right? You have all these they are great lyricists. And it's like you want your daughters, right? I'm a father, me and Unworthy, we both have daughters. And we want our daughters to kind of be inspired by some of these women, right? But it's like it's so hard because it's like as much as I love to see Cardi B, I love to see Cardi B. I love to watch her videos. It's really hard because that's not the what I want my daughters to get out of it, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not, and again, it's not something you can hide because they're gonna hear it from school, they're gonna hear it with their friends, and they're gonna catch it. It's just kind of just like trying to like get more people like you, more artists like you, where it's basically focus on and like you said, being yourself, and that's a beautiful thing. And I love that you're sticking to that and you're putting your foot down on that because we need more. We definitely need more artists like you. We need that, and especially for our young ladies. As a father of 6 beautiful daughters, I have 6 beautiful daughters, and
Wow. Congratulations. Man, that's a
yeah,
lot.
that says a lot. That says a lot, and that plays a big role in like a lot of things because again, a lot of these artists, our children, our kids, even us growing up, we looked up to these artists, we watch these artists, we follow these artists. So it's kind of like a lot of the things that we do is you know
But if you're a
yeah,
parent of a son, then you're not off the hook because you need to teach your son. You need to teach your son to be
absolutely,
fucking respectful too.
Most
Don't
definitely.
objectify
absolutely,
women.
yep.
Definitely.
We're not calling women the B word, we're not calling them hoes, we're not
Yeah.
doing none of
Yeah.
that stuff.
So
Yeah,
the real Rob Reed, he said it best. Can't blame the females completely. No, you can't. Also,
you
keep your
can,
goddamn sons in line too. I
absolutely.
know. I know my sons don't step out of pocket and say that fucking wild
There you
shit. I
go.
know they're pretty young, but like that's when you gotta teach them. Teach them
No,
Right.
boys.
absolutely,
Teach them
absolutely.
boys to be disrespectful.
Absolutely. That's awesome. Amanda, that's awesome. And again, I see a lot of it, I see a lot of promising things happening for you. Like if you stick to
I
that,
appreciate
like
that.
that's
Yeah.
and I know you're gonna have challenges along the way, you're gonna have bumps in the road, but like just to hear that, like I got a even bigger, like if I have respect, I give even bigger, like even
I
bigger respect
appreciate
for you.
that. Thank
That's
you. I
fucking
appreciate
awesome. That's fucking awesome. Now I have a game for you, and it's a really simple game. It's not nothing crazy. So I collected a few photos of some hip hop artists and singers, and all I need you to do is it's like a rapid fire type thing. You
that.
just
Okay.
one word to describe that person, and if you don't know who the artist is, forgive me because it's okay. It's only 10. But again, just one word to describe that person. And don't worry if you want to chime in, you want to jump in too. That's cool too.
Oh, I love to
But
chime in.
I
all
feel like
right,
I'm gonna
so
say something so dumb just off the top of my
no,
head.
Listen,
Say whatever comes to mind.
Whatever comes to your heart, we don't care. It's again, this is you, and this is about you. So our first one, we have Jay-Z.
Crazy.
Okay, crazy. I kind of want to ask why, but no. Okay, you got Jay-Z, crazy. All right. Our next one is Nas.
Oh my god, dude.
Dude.
All I can think of was dude.
Okay. You're speechless. Speechless.
Mhm.
I'll take
That's the
speechless.
one.
I like
That's
it.
the one.
I like it. Okay, good reaction. All right, we got Kendrick Lamar.
Go.
Ooh, okay, nice. This was mentioned earlier, and I'm glad they mentioned it. Missy Elliott.
This is the first thing that comes to my mind. And you're feminine for again.
That counts as one word.
Yeah.
Okay.
But just shorty. Just cause like she's just that shorty. I don't know.
Did you see her? First of all, did you see her body? Like she's transformed so well. Like the fact that she really took her health so serious, and she looks amazing.
She's so gorgeous. She's gorgeous.
Last time I seen her, I didn't even know that. I didn't even recognize her.
It's like Mary J. Blige.
Backwards.
Yeah, like Mary J. Blige. She's like fine one. Did you see Mary J. Blige? I was like, can I be her grandson? She's beautiful. Beautiful. Oh my God. Gorgeous. Powerful women. Next one. Pop Smoke.
Rip.
Okay. Here's one of my favorites. And I'm gonna chime in on this one. Alicia Keys.
Ooh, baddie.
I'm gonna say
is that Usher's baby mama?
No.
Hey,
that's a joke.
Swiss beats. We don't.
It's a joke, Swiss. I love you, Swiss.
No, she's. Anytime I think of Alicia Keys, that is the epitome and the perfect example of an artist. Any artist that could play an instrument and sing and look as beautiful as she did, and elegant as she does, those are one of a kind. That's what I want my daughters to see on TV. I want to see that. 100%. Right? She's beautiful. All right, next one. Nicki Minaj.
Oh my God. Oh.
There's no time limit. I mean, it's a rapid fire, but I'll give you
right.
to Nicki Minaj.
Damn. Oh my God, Megan's Law. Damn. I'm sorry. I love Nicki, but like
whatever you feel. It doesn't matter.
You know, she used to be a fucking beast. She used to be a beast, and now like
she still is. She still is.
Know, it's just like she just her arrogance to what her people want to hear now.
Her arrogance, it's what kills her. That's what kills her. Her
it's
fucking
her
arrogance.
Attitude, man.
She's her attitude, and the way she is what kills her. But it's sad too, because it doesn't take away from how fucking talented. She's super fucking talented.
She is.
Maybe one of the greats of this generation. One of the greats.
I can agree with that.
Here's I'm gonna say it now. GOAT. This is a GOAT. Lauryn Hill. GOAT. Hands down.
Classic. I feel like I just gotta go classic on that one. Like Lauryn Hill, what?
I love me some Lauryn Hill. You believe it or not, I was introduced to Lauryn Hill not through the Fugees. I was introduced to Lauryn Hill in Sister Act 2. Like she was in Sister Act 2. I was like, wait, this girl could sing, but then dude, Lauryn Hill. Now, this one I'm always also gonna chime in on because all hail the Queen, Beyonce Knowles. Come on.
I'm overrated. I'm sorry.
Really? Oh my God. Oh.
Don't hate me.
That
Don't
hurt my heart.
Me.
No cancel. No cancel. All
right. She needs a Destiny Child reunion tour.
That would be a dope ass comeback. But listen, she's like Elton John. If I was an artist and I got a collaboration with Beyonce, I know I'm gonna make it. You know you're gonna make it with her. Now, last but not least, and this is I'm glad we spoke. Last but not least is Eminem.
Oh my goodness. Damn, what we're describing Eminem is crazy.
You take two words to describe, because I know you mentioned them a lot tonight.
The shit. Like literally the shit. Eminem is just the shit. I know he's in some shit right now, but like man, I love Eminem. I would honestly probably die if I had a chance to meet him.
Yeah. We have He's he says hip hop is the biggest influence with over politics, religion, and politics play in a big part of the narrative of yeah, absolutely. Wade Creates says gonna need on where they send my boys a random message throughout the day. There you go.
I will.
Wade says Nas is genius. The Real Raw says Nicki Minaj married to a pedophile. That should mean something.
Yeah,
dude,
there it is. Yeah, that don't speak volumes. I don't know.
Yeah.
That a lot of her personal life is what fucks her up so bad.
Yeah, it sucks because she's
sucks.
so talented, but she's like, man.
He said, "Oh no, not the queen." But yeah, Eminem the shit. I agree 100%. So good job. Like, hey, listen, I know it was hard, but I wanted to make it simple, the kind of just rapid fire. And then again,
it was fun. I enjoyed it.
I'm glad. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad you enjoyed it. And like, so we basically come to our portion of our show. First of all, before I do anything, Amanda, again, you have been phenomenal. Just hearing your story and hearing how much passion and how much love you put into the work that you put into, it's awesome to hear, right? And again, just also going back to what we were talking about, just you putting your foot down and just focusing more on the music, that goes a long way. And again, I cannot wait to see what the future holds for you, and I cannot wait to see you blow up, and so we could be like, we had her on our fucking show. We were on a fucking show. So this is the portion of our show where we kind of like let our guests plug. Is there any plugs that you would like to put in? I know you got a lot of upcoming things tomorrow. You got something coming up. Go right ahead. Plug it away.
Yeah. So Saturday, actually, I will be on the 2 Dimes and a Token podcast in person. That's actually my main reason for traveling down to Florida, is to be on the podcast. And then whatever happens after that happens. I'm just gonna get lit in Florida after that. I got a show coming up in New York City. So if anybody wants to travel, or if anybody's in the New York City area, I will be opening up for Kelsey Lynn and Stormy Lee. If you don't know who they are, they make very dope music. Kelsey Lynn's music actually kind of reminds me of my music a little bit, so I feel like we're gonna really like mesh well. So I'm opening at the Mercury Lounge, April 14th in New York City. So make sure you buy tickets.
Mm-hmm.
What else? I got some music announcements coming up, so like you guys are just gonna have to subscribe to all my stuff and follow me on every social media to stay linked in. You know what I mean? Because I post a lot and I promote a lot. So like when the time is coming, I'll be promoting a lot more. I got a ton of music to drop this year. So I'm super excited for that. Music videos, singles, albums, EPs, like I got it all. And I just can't wait to start actually like promoting everything.
Yeah, that's awesome. And also too, like the Real Raw Breed says, she's nominated for a Sammy. Please let us know when to vote.
Yeah.
Toy community, I'm asking everyone, let's all band together. Let's vote for her.
So
let's get her up there.
Unfortunately, it's up to the council. So in the email that they sent me, I was told that they are going to send my album out to people in different states that are also part of the council, and they kind of rate it from there. So unfortunately, the votes do not matter because it's not a voting category.
Well, we could still make our voice known. I'll find out.
We find out March
who's on the council.
I'll be first. I'm super drunk on March 8th, so
I'll be first to say that
either way.
We Connecticut, we the home of Connecticut, accept Amanda Marie as our vote. We vote for her. I speak for the entire Connecticut. We vote
the entire Connecticut. That's
the
entire
the entire state, whatever the population is.
Fuck it. All listen, as for the Puerto Rican race, all the Puerto Ricans vote for Amanda Marie. She's a Wepa sister. We gotta like support our sister.
Let's go.
So Unworthy, that's again awesome. Again, if you guys are not following, go follow her now. And I'm gonna get this right. It's at Batmanda Marie 1 on Instagram. If you are not following her, head over to her page. Go like her stuff. Go give her a follow. Go subscribe to her YouTube. Check out all her videos. Show her some love, because that's what we do here. We love to show people love and everything that they do, and it's awesome. So definitely go do that. Unworthy, you have any plugs? Anything?
I got nothing. Tune in to the show next week. We got stuff going on.
We can learn. I don't know. Yes, we can learn on some We could lean on. Okay. It says, tell Amanda they lied. They already have a winner. Find okay. Oh, okay.
Let me
They
get
find
the
out-
details, bro. No, I'm kidding.
Well, listen,
Yeah,
whoever
drop them here. Where's the horn stabs?
No matter
spoilers.
fuck it, whoever wins, I don't care. My winner is the one down here. She won already. She's
Hey,
already
let's
in
go.
our book. She's
There's
part
some
of us.
amazing
And
artists, though.
like
Honestly,
we
like I'm
always-
good losing to anybody. Like
Yes.
even if I don't win, you know what I mean. At the end of the day, I'm just super honored to even be nominated. You know what I mean? Like being
Oh,
nominated
absolutely.
in general is such a fucking like crazy feeling. You know what I mean? And it feels so good to
Mhm.
be recognized for the music that I put my heart into. So
And that's
at
the
the end
shit
of the
that's gonna
day,
get you there.
whoever wins, congratulations. I'm gonna get drunk for whoever wins. So like, you know, I'm celebrating either way. It doesn't matter.
We're gonna get drunk for Amanda Marie. Batmanda.
Let's
We're gonna
go.
get she's the hero we don't what is it? What is the quote
The
they
hero
said?
we didn't know we needed.
Yeah, she's
That's
the hero
right.
we didn't know we needed. We needed her. We need her now. That says Batman, the official artist. Yes, you
Let's
are the
go.
official female first female rap artist in the toy community. We have the Chain
That
Brothers,
is so dope.
and now we have Batman in our community. We love it. We
I love
it.
that. That's so dope.
I don't have any plugs neither. Again, like Unworthy said, we got a couple of things coming up soon, and when they come, we'll talk about it. If you guys, but I will say you could check out all Amanda and Marie's stuff on our link tree. Also, if you want to check out any toy related or anything related between toys, anything, go check out our link tree. There's a bunch of shows up there as well. You want to shop something, you can go check out Chubsy Wubsy's store because he has a fucking awesome store. Him and Mrs. Wubsy own an awesome store in New Jersey. So go check their store out. And let them know that the Rowdy Boyz sent you. Yeah. And that means that's Unworthy, myself, AB, and Clantastic sent you. Other than that, we have nothing. Again, Amanda, if you're not, for anybody who's watching, hit the like button for this awesome person. She's fucking phenomenal. Hit the like button for this awesome person. And with that being said, like Amanda, this is the time to share your quote. You got a quote to end the show tonight?
Sure. So it's not who you are on the outside, but what you do that defines you. And that is the quote that I have on my Batman tattoo.
Nice.
That's why I didn't want to say it earlier. I was like, I gotta save it till the end, man.
And you killed it. And well, as always, ladies and gentlemen, with that being said.
Oh shit, that's my cue. I'm not ready. With that being said, good night, beautiful.
Thank you for tuning in.
Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button
Click that notification bell
for more content.